How do you support someone going through ego degradation? What if their ego degradation is severe and you don't recognize them? Should you cater to their needs or give them unwarranted advice or do things without them asking? How do we navigate through ego degradation when someone close to us is changing right in front of us? This was a requested video by one of you. If you have any topics that you would like me to discuss, please leave me a comment down below and I will create content for you. But please look through my playlist first because I have already created a lot of videos. And also please don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if this video resonates with you. The thing that most people don't understand when someone close to them is going through an ego degradation is that the person going through it will likely want to be alone. Or they may go through bouts where they want to be alone for long periods of time and then want to be around someone for a while. The most important aspect in this area is to not guilt trip the person if they want to be alone. Sure, if they're your partner or spouse, chances are you're going to feel rebuffed and hopeless and abandoned. These are all normal feelings. But also, it's not about you. The person you're dealing with is literally having their entire perception of their reality crumble right before their eyes. They're on a journey where they're about to learn a ton of lessons and have their world turned upside down. And the last thing they need is to have to fight their ego more in order to not hurt those around them. They may be touchy, they may be aloof, they may be zombies, they may be downright assholes, but it is not about you. It is not personal. It's not because they don't like you. It's because they literally have no idea what's going on. And you getting triggered and making them feel guilty is not about them and is about you. While they're going through their ego degradation, take time to see how you yourself feel and maybe pay attention to some things in yourself that aren't healed. When the person who is going through ego degradation wants to be around someone again, they will be around you or ask to be around you. Or maybe they just want to talk to you on the phone while still maintaining physical distance. Give them space. You can tell them that you're there if they want you to be, but give them space. They'll appreciate it. When the person going through ego degradation does want to be around you, there are a few possibilities of what may happen. They may be so out of it that they can't hold a conversation. They may want to talk about what they're going through, or they may not. They may ask you spiritual, philosophical, or questions about whether you've ever had this happen. They may be completely quiet, or they may talk about things that have no basis in your current mutual reality and seem manic or like a completely different person. You're welcome to ask questions, but don't bombard them with questions or the conversation will take a turn for the worse real quick. And do not, under any circumstances, give unwarranted advice. This sounds something like, you know, when I went through this, I meditated. You should try meditating. Or, maybe you should quit your job because it's clearly making you unhappy. No, don't do it. They are not in a space to take on your advice and they didn't ask for it. Only give advice if they specifically ask you for it. Listen instead. Really hear what they have to say. And if they have nothing to say, ask them if they'd like to talk or if they'd just like to sit there with you. Ask if they'd like to go for a walk. Ask if they'd like to cook a meal together. Do not push their current safety boundaries by being too overly touchy, and do not push their emotional boundaries by asking them if you can give them a hug or if they'll hold your hand, etc. Being around someone who is going through an ego degradation is hard. I mean, really, really hard. It can make you feel like you're being gaslighted. It can make you feel like you're living with an unmedicated bipolar person due to the ups and downs of their moods. It can be triggering in every which way. It can be heartbreaking, hopeless feeling, frustrating, angering, or scary. Can you be supportive whilst someone else is going through an ego degradation? Sure, but in the lightest of ways. And you very much need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first and foremost. Do not dote on them. Do not be overbearing. Do not guilt trip. Try to have serious conversations or expect them to validate your feelings in the moment. Validate yourself, however. Your feelings currently are correct and they are valid. Whatever you're feeling, it's valid. If you need space, take space. If you want to go out with your friends, go out with your friends without feeling guilty. Whatever you need in order to have your own mental peace, do it. And most importantly, try to find non-attachment to the situation. Remember that ego degradation happens for a reason, and the person will come out of it. Yes, they will be different, but it's a beautiful thing when someone has an ego degradation. It's a gift, albeit a painful one in the meantime. They will come out and everything will be okay. You've got this. Until next week, all of my best and highest vibrations to you.